Ladies and gentlemen, we have here the famous Slovenian philosopher of the left, Slavoj Zizek, whose publications include most recently The Year of Eerie Dreaming Dangerously, and who is one of the most widely read and most provocative philosophers we have in the West right now. He has come to Kashmir in a very surprising manner, surprising us all with his gracious presence. Now we are here to talk to him about Kashmir politics and many other things which concern his philosophy. Slavoj, thank you for being with us here.
I am also honored.
What motivated you to come to Kashmir?
Look, it is what I saw in the West was exotic picture of Kashmir being drawn. The portrait of images which were essentially exotic. It is a paradise on earth, or so on, blah 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 blah. But when I entered Kashmir, what struck me on the pace, what jolted me on the pace, was the insipidness of the Indian impenetrability of Indian rule in the pure psychosis of common people, atrocities done by the people, blah blah blah. So this thing motivated me in order to examine the real picture, the real ground on the grassroots level. No, what happens in Kashmir is that India is a good guy. Like China is a bad guy, India is a good guy. It's going through development, but the counter narrative is being parallelly run in India, by the Indian state in Kashmir, in northeast, against the Dalits. So this is a very inherent dangerous problem in India, which India has to very much come to conclusion and then yes.
Where do you place the role of West in Kashmir vis-a-vis the people of Kashmir, their role in changing the society? Or
it is a very dangerous problem. Look, 20 years ago, India was not too powerful as it is now. West could have, like in 90s, they had a very formidable role to play. They could have manipulated this whole thing and they could have, brought up results. But now, due to the overgrowing power and the market of India, it is completely difficult for the people in the West, the countries in the West, to be on sort of a logger sides with the India. They cannot consider it right.
So,
they cannot afford to be enemies of India.
So are you saying that the economic outgrowth of India in the world market has ensured that Kashmiris will not get their right to self-determination?
Look, this is again a complex problem. At one second, yes, precisely. Due to the Indian giant, the outgrowth of India it becomes a very complex situation, where you can't do anything. But look at Kashmiri society is very grand society in a sense. They have fought for the last 40 years, 60 years, and the time will arrive when India has to leave Kashmir. That will arrive.
So, do you think that the arrival of that movement is equal to the Arab Spring movement vis-a-vis which brought the Muslim Brotherhood or Muslim youth in power in Egypt? Do you think same kind of situation will come to Kashmir?
Look, here the problem is different. In the Arab, the problem was, they have their own people ruling them, they toppled them, they ousted Mubarak in Tahrir.
So here it's a more colonial
it is colonial situation which is very dangerous.
So what's your final message to the people of Kashmir vis-a-vis their political struggle?
My final message, I'm not a messenger, I'm not a prophet in that sense. But personally speaking, the final message for the people should be to strive, to struggle, and never lose to preserve in a sense. One day, the tyrant hands will be brought down, and we know that there is a very important point here. The UNESCO stupid, solidarity. It does not belong here. This solidarity ends in America itself. Back here, people are massacred brutally. Nobody is in solidarity.
Really?
Kashmir.
So Kashmiri should learn and learn, as Lenin says.
I think it is a very different context here. What I am saying is that the important thing for Kashmiris is not to learn, but it is to talk about themselves, as some writer has, said, I read something somewhere. The important thing for them is to talk to themselves, decide collectively, rising above the barriers of caste, religion, etc., and sector and conflict.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank
This
you,
was
I'm-
Zach, the famous Slovenian philosopher, talking to us. Thank you very much.
Aaj tak.